Howdy folks, it's Barry here from My Virgin Kitchen. I'm back in the Video Jug Kitchen, my series Good Food, Good Times. Today I'm showing you how to make some really simple salmon burgers. You're gonna have a lovely sweet chili mayo with it and some nice pineapple on top. You're gonna love it, you're gonna wanna show it to your friends, you're gonna wanna sell it on eBay. You're gonna love it that much. Let's do it. Right folks, we're using an electric chopper for simplicity here today. If you haven't got one of those, just chop your ingredients up a little bit more fine and work it together in a mixing bowl. So first up is a boneless, skinless salmon fillet, which I've just chopped up into little chunks just to help our chopper. It doesn't need it, it's going to be butch in there when it gets around there. But we're going to just whiz this all up with loads more other ingredients. We've got some coriander, again, finely chopped. We've got one beaten egg, in that goes. It's starting to look quite colourful already, like a rainbow. I'm not making a rainbow, I'm making lovely salmon burgers that you're going to try. A chopped garlic clove. Some soy sauce, just about a tablespoon of that, in that goes. Lemon juice, you could put some zest in as well if you wanted to. Just about a teaspoon of that. This is a yellow pepper, nice and sweet yellow pepper. I've chopped that up into little chunks as well. Push that in there too. Panko breadcrumbs, you can use normal breadcrumbs or some stale bread, but this is just gonna be a little bit more crisp, nice little bite on there. With the egg, it's gonna help really bond this together. Sprinkling of chili powder, I'm gonna go for about a teaspoon of that, a heaped teaspoon, there we go. And some cumin just for some kick as well, about a teaspoon of that. And believe it or not, my friends, that is ready to be whisked up. We're going to be nice hairdressers on this salmon. We're not going to give it a #1 haircut all over. We're going to pulse it, otherwise it's going to get too fine. So just go, make a face if you want. Go like that, pulsing face. Just enjoy it, get it all nice and bonded together, because that's what's going to make our patties. Okay folks, so with that mixture all whizzed up, it's ready to go, it's ready to be bonded and binded. It's so good, it's almost like a face pack. Now if you've got a loved one out there, your partner, you might want to do that. I wouldn't recommend doing that, and please don't sue me if that's the case. We're going to make patties instead, we're going to stick to salmon burgers. This isn't a makeup tutorial video. So what we're going to do is just sort of mould it a little bit with our hands into a ball, slam it down on our greaseproof paper and then push it out into a burger shape, carefully holding it in shape. You don't want a triangular burger, no one really wants that. So that's my first burger done, it's a good old shape. So again, you just make it into that ball. You'll see it's a bit sticky, a bit messy, but that's half the fun, right? You're getting stuck in and involved and feeling part of the recipe. And just press it down with your fingers, work it around, try and get it the same shape. Don't want the other person on the other side of the table to feel left out because you've got one big burger, one small burger. No? With our patties all done, just want to put another piece of greasy paper on top, lightly press it down, let it hold it there, and it's just going to go in the fridge for 10 minutes. Don't forget guys, if you want to have a go at making this, which we really hope you do, don't forget to check out the description box down below for the full ingredients list. Right then folks, let's make a sweet chili mayo. First up, grab some mayonnaise, a good old squeeze of this, about a tablespoon, because we don't need too much for this recipe. Obviously you can adjust this and I'll taste it and make sure I'm happy with it in a moment. Sweet chili sauce as well, I'm going to go for a tablespoon again of that, so it's going to have a little bit of kick, but again it's completely up to you. If you want to have it less kick, just a little bit more mayo. Mix it together. You can make a noise if you want, that's optional. And just a little squeeze of lemon juice. In the fridge, just to keep it nice and cool, so when we smother it on our buns in a little bit, it's going to give you that nice little bite to complement the salmon burgers. One last step before we cook our salmon burgers is griddling up our pineapple. So you could use rings, or you could use pieces like me, and we're just going to plonk it down on our pan. It's going to caramelise with that sugar on there. We just want to brown it off a little bit. Whoa, smoky. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes, our pineapple is looking great, nice golden colour on it. You don't want to overdo it, you don't want to burn it. So what we're going to do is push it straight into this bowl to one side, just let it cool down there, and it's time to cook our salmon burgers. Folks, our burgers are ready, they're prepped, they're primed, they're nice and cooled down, ready to be cooked. I've got a nice pan here, warming up again, so I'm going to get some olive oil in there, get a nice good layer on there, just enough for it to sit in there. We'll get that nice and warm. All right, so in they go. It's going to cook really nice in that oil, get a nice colour on it. That's really important why you get those burgers the right sort of width on there, because you don't want to cook it through and think it's all done and be all raw in the middle. So make sure they're the right size. All right, let's just turn those over. Wow, look at that golden colour on there. That is what you're after. You can see that shade of salmon has just changed as well. You don't want it bright pink anymore, otherwise you're going to have raw salmon. And you know, this isn't sushi. You want burgers. Just to let you know, that was cooked for 4 minutes that side. So we turned it over, about another 4 minutes that side again. Time's up, they have had their loving in the pan. It's time for them to get out. I've got some kitchen towel here, so I'm just gonna sit them straight on there for the moment, just to get some of that excess oil out. It's a lovely smell coming right here, I'm loving it. Just gonna put that down, and just a little bit of kitchen towel on top, little tap like that. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and comment to My Virgin Kitchen, and of course the Video Jug channel. It's building time. Grab our mayo first of all and give it a good coating on there. Just a little smearing all across the tops, both sides. I haven't actually toasted my buns. For this, I wanted to go for like a nice soft feel, kind of you get when you have one of those fillet of fish burgers, but feel free to toast them if you want to. We're going to get a little bit of freshly washed rocket and just sort of scatter it on the bottom like that. So we're just going to grab our salmon burgers now, sit them straight on top, nestling right on the view of that rocket. It's looking good. It's feeling happy now. It's made some friends. It's going to scatter some of that caramelized pineapple on there. All we've got to do now, sit our lovely little lids on it. Boom, like this. And what would be a Video Jug, My Virgin Kitchen collaboration without little flags? So let's sit these in there. Whoa. Whoa. For more amazing, unintimidating recipes like this, I'll see you next time on the next Good Food, Good Times here on Video Jug.